And it cannot look flood victims in the eye while the institution meant to protect the funds for their relief are at war with one another over whether to obey the courts. Ladies and gentlemen, offices of state are defined by their moments of trial. For the Attorney General, this was such a moment. But that moment did not begin with the letter of the 1st July 2026. It began much earlier. We are in possession of court processes relating to these Ganashe proceedings. These processes reveal that the Republic was not ambushed. The litigation followed the ordinary course of judicial proceedings. Court processes were served. Procedural opportunities existed for the Republic to respond, to protect its interests, and where appropriate, to seek relief from the court. Yet, despite all these opportunities, a constitutional fund of the Republic became entangled in Ganashe proceedings. That is the product of neglect. An Attorney General who presides over the attachment of constitutional fund has failed in diligence. An Attorney General who conceals that the attachment from Parliament had failed in candor. An Attorney General who directs the Central Bank to proceed, notwithstanding those proceedings, on the strength of his own opinion, has failed in fidelity to the very Constitution he swore to uphold. An Attorney General whose directive is so plainly unlawful that the Central Bank of the Republic refuses to carry. To carry it out had been repudiated, not by his political opponents, but by the institution of his own government. Let no one plead the emergency in his defense. The emergency demanded speed before a judge, not a coup against the court's process. Any competent Attorney General could have secured the lawful release of these funds within 24 hours by moving the court, disclosing the agency, and letting the judicial process work as it was designed to. The flood victims of this country deserved the Attorney General. They did not get him. The minority caucus accordingly calls on the Attorney General and Minister of Justice to resign forthwith. Should he fail to do the honorable thing, we call on the President, who swore an oath to preserve, protect, and defend this Constitution, to relieve him of office without delay. The minority accordingly demands, first, the Attorney General and the Minister for Finance appear before Parliament without delay to lay before the House the Ganashe order, the full record of the suit that produced the judgment debt, the letter of 1st July 2026, and every correspondence exchanged among the Attorney General, the Ministry of Finance, the Controller and Accountant General, and the Bank of Ghana concerning the attachment, the directives, and the withdrawal. Second, that the Governor of Bank of Ghana state publicly whether the bank declined to give effect to the Attorney General's directive, from which account the 350 million cedis was in fact released, and on whose instruction. Third, the Auditor General immediately conduct a special audit of the flood response disbursement from source to destination and report to Parliament. Fourth, the Attorney General resign or be removed from office. The minority further serves notice Should candid answers not be forthcoming, we shall pursue every parliamentary and legal avenue available to us, including motion for a full-scale parliamentary inquiry and recourse to the Supreme Court for the enforcement of the Constitution under Article 2 and 130. In conclusion, let us be abundantly clear. The minority stands with the victim of these floods fully and without reservation. Not one pesewa of relief should be delayed. And we shall support every lawful measure to get help to those who need it. Our issue is with the government that conceals court processes from Parliament, directs its central bank into illegality, moves the people's money through unapproved channels, and then tells the nation a story its own records contradict. The greater danger to a constitutional democracy is when those entrusted to uphold the law decide that the law no longer applies to them. In this affair, the Attorney General presumed to overrule a court by a letter. The executive presumed to substitute Parliament's approval with its own convenience. The Ministry of Finance presumed that an official statement could replace the truth. That is not the conduct of government committed to the rule of law. It is the conduct of a government that has begun to confuse power with permission. We shall not relent, and we will continue to keep government account. God bless our homeland, Ghana, and make it great and strong.